question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we appreciate the fact that food prices in the production enclave are low. But when it comes to the urban areas, when demand is very high, food prices are high. It is the imbalance that we are trying to resolve. And so we are developing what we call the farmers market, where we can bring the farmers to interface with the buyers, the consumers directly, as a way of removing those middle people who exploit the system in their favor. And so it is something that we are working. We are creating what we call farmers market. And when that is created, the farmers will be able to bring the food stuffs to the market where the consumers will be available. And that is why in the budget, you saw that allocation has been made for the construction of 1,000 kilometers under what we call the agricultural roads. Because if we are able to fix roads linking the production centers to the consumption centers, transportation will be very easy. And once you are able to overcome that, food prices will be stable for all of us. Thank you very much.
Yes, the honorable gentleman in the middle, yes.
Mr. Speaker, I'm compelled to ask my last supplementary in view of the last answer that was given by the minister. So well, if I may be permitted.
You learn it by experience. Because when you said that was your last supplementary, I almost asked you, do you know the answer that the minister will give? Because that could trigger another supplementary. But here we are now. You are permitted because you haven't exhausted your three supplementary
I am very
questions.
grateful, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Minister, are you aware of the fact that when it comes to food pricing in today's Ghana, most foodstuff are priced higher in mining communities as against the urban areas, in view of the fact that lands which originally were used for farming have all now been turned into mining activities, thereby limiting the amount of foodstuff that is produced in mining areas. Are you aware of that?
Minister, are you aware?
Mr. Speaker, I'm not aware. But the current situation is this. If the honorable member is not aware, as we speak today, we have maize, rice, beans in excess of our demand. Even in this chamber today, the Honorable Rashid Pepuo just approached me. Honorable Rashid Pepuo alone has almost 1,000 bags of maize ready for market, and he's not getting market. In fact, I've even been told, Mr. Speaker, what we are doing as government is that we have provided resources to the National Food Buffer Stock to mop up the excess from the market and store against emergencies. And this is the first time in the history of our country that we are doing this. It was never done during your time. It never happened.
Our members, usually it's not advisable to ask a question, are you aware? Because the answer can be, I'm not aware, I am aware, and that's the end. You can't come back again. And so you don't ask questions like, are you aware? You see, Minister, you are aware, I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you. because we are all experiencing it, that the size of kinky has not changed. Neither has the price. In spite of the food glut, in spite of the lower prices, he is aware. We are together in that. Well, if he denies, I will assess him.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not aware.
Exactly what I stated. You see, so I've assessed you, and I've just made him to know that it's not advisable for people to ask questions, are you aware? Because the answer will be, I'm not aware, or I'm aware, and that's the end of it. So please, I'll give more people. I haven't reached excellency yet. I'm just speaker. Yes, I had earlier on given it to the young man behind Honorable Jinapo, the young man behind you. He's not young. He comes from where?
Mr. Speaker.
Oh, honorable member.
Mr. Speaker.
Can you share your age with us?
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I'm Gideon Boako, the MP for Tanonof constituency. And I'm one of your sons, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm very, very young. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, the minister talks about farmers market concept. And the understanding I get from what the minister says is that the problem we have with the production of food and its distribution now is the difficulty in getting the foodstuffs from the farm gate to the main market or the intermediate markets, i.e. by the roadside. But Mr. Speaker, I beg to differ and to suggest that there is a bigger problem than the movement of foodstuffs from the farm gate to the market. As the minister indicated, a colleague member of parliament has about 1,000 bags of rice that are not in demand. Maize. Similarly, if you move across the country, I can use my constituency as example. If you go to the Tanonof constituency that the minister is very much conversant with, there are communities like in Suapem, Boma, and all of that.
Member,
a lot of
the background, you know,
by the roadside.
Please ask the question.
The question I want to put to the minister is that what measures is he putting in place to ensure that in the era of lower inflation, food inflation, the demand for food will be enhanced such that the farmers will also be better off. As it stands, the farmers are not better off because they produce and the produce are not in demand. What measures is the minister putting in place to ensure that food is in high demand despite having lower inflation?
Yes, Minister.
Mr. Speaker, my understanding of the question is that it's simple. How do we increase demand for food in the system? But the honorable member knows that everybody has limited capacity in respect of how much food to eat. And so what we are looking at is the entire value chain, processing of the food. The first step is increasing production, which we have achieved. We have produced so much to the extent that prices are collapsing far, far, far below what is expected. And so what we are going to do is to develop the entire value chain, set up processing factories, add value, package them, and even export. That is the only thing we can do to increase demand. But the first thing we must all applaud is that we have increased food production. Now, having done that, what is next? The next thing is to look at how we can add value. And that's what we are looking at. And then you also talk about food prices. That food inflation has come down, but still prices are high. How can that be possible? What is the meaning of food inflation there? When we had food inflation at 61%, Ghana was listed among 10 countries in Africa with the highest food prices. And so why are you saying that today food inflation is 3.9% and you are still complaining about food prices? Where?
Well, who is the most senior? Is it the former minister? Yes.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today the Ghana Statistical Service reported that food insecurity is gone up, and that today it's moved from 35.3% from quarter 1 2024 to 38.1% in quarter 2 2025.
First Deputy Speaker to take the chair.
Yes, honourable member, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was laying the foundation for the question. And the point was that the Ghana Statistical Service today is reported that food insecurity is risen from 35.3% in 2024 to 38.1% last year. And the service has actually warned that 13 million Ghanaians risk hunger this year. Mr. Speaker, this report was released by the Ghana Statistical Service today. The minister is telling us that we are self-sufficient when it comes to food security. The question is, Mr. Speaker, in the light of these alarming statistics and data put out by the Ghana Statistical Service today, what assurances can the minister give to this House in terms of dealing with the situation where 13 million Ghanaians do not slip into hunger? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, honourable minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've already indicated that as we speak, we are building food buffer. In fact, I will write to Ghana Statistical Service to give us the locations of these individuals so that from our buffer, we can supply them, we can give them food. No, I'm not saying, I'm not disputing what you have said. What I'm saying is that, Honorable, I'm not disputing what you have said.
Honorable Minister.
What I'm saying is that if we have 13 million people in Ghana who are food insecure, we must know their locations so that we can make them food secure. Their locations. You understand? So that's why I'm saying that once we have food buffer against emergencies, just indicate to me that close to your house you have 10 people who are food insecure. Today, I will supply them food.
Yes, honourable Kobi Mensah.